There are currently
Uh-oh,
grown
here we
men
go.
making jokes about how 90% of women, if they take away food stamps, Section 8, this, that, and the third, all types of government assistance, 90% of women will fold in a week. Mind you, these are the same men that don't take care of their kids, which is the reason why half of these women are on government assistance. Half of these men don't watch their kids, there's daycare. Half of these men aren't on child support or don't have a job to pay their child support fucking payments. But they talking about 90% of women will fold if the government shut all their assistance down. I want y'all to know something. The way that y'all want women to not only fall flat on our faces, but y'all want us to fall flat on our faces so we can prove that we need men while y'all still don't be the men that we fucking need. Excuse the stuffy voice because I am getting a code from the weather change. But my point still remains the fucking same here. Y'all literally, as men, to sit here and say, oh, it would be so funny to watch all the women fold if government assistance got taken away completely. All you're reminding us is, even without the government assistance, y'all still won't do shit. No government assistance means men still won't fucking provide. All y'all are gonna do is laugh while we're poor and broke and fucked up like y'all are. Interesting. Y'all just want to see another person fucked up and fucked around so you don't have to feel bad about being fucked up and fucked around.
She said a lot.
She's so mad.
So was she right?
She's
Okay,
wrong.
if all those government assistance, all the child support, all the what's it called? Having brain fart.
The SNAP, the
What's it called?
EBTs.
On the food stamps went away.
Snap.
Would women actually want to need men more, go back home and do what they're supposed to do?
I don't think so.
Why don't you think so?
There's some women out here that really be hustling, man. There's some women out here that be getting it, man. They be stacking their bread times. So I feel like some of them necessarily don't need men, but I feel like if you got a son, kids, of course you need that father figure around. But that's up to the man if you want to be a man, though.
Women don't need men? Did you say that? I'm sorry.
Nah, I'm saying like I think they do, but I feel like most women now in today's time, like most of them, a lot of women hustle now. They got their own hustle. A lot of them make their own money. So I just feel like not necessarily, but at the same time, just raising the kids, doing it all on your own, you kind of need that male figure in the picture.
Yeah, but if they don't need men, then why do they always claim they have their own money? But in the same sentence, they will say a real man will provide. Even the women who make millions of dollars want men to come and pay their bills. Like that shit never makes sense to me. They swear to God they have all these businesses, they make six figures, all black men are broke, black men, are sassy and all these things. But in the same sentence, she will say she has 1,000 businesses. For some reason, most women these days are entrepreneurs, but they will still ask for a man to provide. And when a man says, okay, you got your money, I got my own money, let's go 50-50, they complain. Oh, a woman will provide. You're not a woman if you don't provide for me. You're broke, you're sassy, you must like men. It's like, how can you say you got all this much money, but then you're complaining that men don't want to pay 100% of the bills? Like that defeats the purpose.
I think she has a point, but she's talking about men that she picked. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like women always complain about men that they picked. You know what I'm saying? They knew who he was. You know, women like to be smart, but then when they get bamboozled or now they victims, you know what I'm saying? So they pick those guys. There's a lot of nice, good young men, black men out there for women, but it's the ones you pick.
Not only picked, but procreated with.
Yeah. Not only you let them know.
But Shampoo, you literally just said that the women were bamboozled. And I'll just say this. Women do need men, and a lot of women are forced to be hustlers because this is the world that they were forced into, in my opinion.
No.
I don't believe that a lot of men are stepping up in ways that they need to. I think Shorty had a few points in her message, for sure.
But that's the type of men.
But you told men you don't need them. See, this is what I just told you, and that's why I call you just a feminist. You cannot say a lot of men are not stepping up when you literally told men, we don't need you. We got our own money. We're independent boss ass bitches. Those were the words women use to this day in 2025. You cannot tell me you don't need me. And then when you're broke, oh, men are not stepping up. You cannot say you want to work and earn as much as men. And then when you fall on hard times, you complain men are not stepping up. You can't have it both ways. You got to make a choice.
And she choose
But-
though.
Yeah.
No,
Exactly.
it's not always. You could vet a man very well, and he could still end up being a deadbeat.
No, not as
So-
smart as you women are. No, y'all too smart for that.
Exactly.
What about the dude she
So-
passed up on?
Right.
Exactly.
So
What
the
does
fault,
that have to do with this conversation?
the fault
Because-
doesn't
What do
ever
you
lie
mean?
on her shoulders then? Is that what you're saying? It's always the
I
man's
mean,
fault?
No, I'm not saying it's
There-
always the men's fault because we still need to hold women accountable. At the end of the day, it was her choice. It was their choice to engage in adult activities, which resulted in the baby. So yeah, we have to hold the woman accountable as well.
Exactly.
But on the flip side of that, a lot of women are forced into hustler positions because
Nah.
they aren't afforded the soft life. A lot of men aren't sole providers. I'm not saying that's bad or good, whatever worked for your household. But a lot of times, a lot of men aren't paying 100% of the bills.
Why should they?
Right. So now I got to give you my half and your half. So a lot of that it ties into all of that.
You know what it is? I think sometimes women, especially pretty women, what happens is when they're about 20, 21, they popping and all that stuff, and they're using their looks to get what they want. But then their stock goes down. When they get 30, 35, 38, they get angry because their looks didn't take them the way they went, the way they were supposed to go. Now they got to hustle. Now they got to do all that. Now they super angry and fine, but there's cracks in the crevices now.
Facts.
So they have to, you know what I'm saying? It's a letdown. So they start lowering their standards and got a bunch of angry people out here like that.
You think this
And they also usually claim a woman's intuition. And he's right. They're always claiming for somebody who got all the degrees, you have all this money, you make all this money, you go on so many trips, right? You got all these degrees, you're smart, you're popping. That's what they're calling it, right? You're independent now. You can make as much as a man. And then you're going to complain and blame men because they're not stepping up to pay 100% of the bills. You know what I mean? If you're saying you're equal to men, so 50-50 shouldn't be an issue. So for just to say men are not all providers, your women said you are equal to men. So if we're equal, we're going to be equal in everything. We're going to be equal when the rent is due. We're going to be equal when we go on a date. We're going to be equal when somebody breaks into the house. I'll go downstairs on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. You go downstairs on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we can share Sunday. I mean, we're equal, right?
is an older woman's struggle or younger
The
woman?
worst thing a woman can do in these times, and even back in the day when I was young, was to get old. The worst thing
Right, but
a
I
woman-
don't. It doesn't feel like it's a. I think it's an all woman struggle. I don't think it has anything to do with an age. I think girls are just picking wrong from early on, and they get older. They
Exactly.
keep on picking wrong, keep on having babies with the wrong men.
But then
And
they start
unfortunately, I
blaming
think-
men for it. But then how can you blame men? That's the problem I don't get.
Like you can't blame the man.
Wait, y'all, one mic. Hannah, what were you saying?
I said I think women just ignore the red flags. Like we know when we see a guy, like we know if he's a provider, we know if he's husband material. We know all
Are
that.
you white? Are you white?
Yeah, I'm white.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm white. What else? And
So you have sex with Negroes?
What kind of question
That was
is
just-
that?
Who is wild?
I'm asking. Do you have black boyfriends? I'm asking.
So what? There's nothing to do with the
Yeah, I
question.
do.
I know you like
Yeah,
that. How do your parents feel?
That's my Instagram.
what they gotta do with anything?
He took
Yeah,
it
that
all the
has
way
nothing
left.
to do with the conversation.
And who went on a tangent?
But one thing I saw about the video, that woman said that she said that men just want to wait until women come crawling back or something. Like, we don't give a fuck if you guys come back.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? We just want to watch the fire burn from afar and just just sit back and just at the end of the road, we'd just be like, all right, well,
Sip on a beer.
we told you so. We told you
Yeah,
this is how it's gonna happen, and you guys just said like you guys didn't believe us. So
Yeah,
That's the
100%. I agree.
problem.
I
Who's
think,
gonna bend? When is someone gonna bend? The women or the men? This gender war has to end
I think
at
it depends-
some point. Someone's got
it's
to
not
be
about
the
bending.
It
It's
depends on the
about
topic.
us trying
Mike, well,
to.
Mike,
if you focus on the actual topic of what she was saying, is because like a lot of guys, like we know the government subsidizes half of the lifestyle.
Facts.
And I think the insult on top of the injury is that the women brag while we know the government is subsidizing some of the lifestyle. So it really just goes back to what Kevin Samuel said, which is what winter's coming, and Trump shutting the government down is basically putting. It's not even just for the women, but for the world entirely, is stand on your own 2 feet. And I think the women that lady within that video is more or less triggered regarding it, because there's a lot more women where the government is subsidizing their lifestyle, if that makes sense.
So I'm in a state of confusion, because why is the sole focus on what women are doing, and why can't we just say, you know what, that man didn't step up. He was a terrible father. He could have did X, Y, Z, and he didn't. Like, I understand hold the women accountable. We also still need to hold men accountable in this particular
what?
situation, because there are plenty of men who are very spiteful when it comes to relationships with their, oh, I can't be with you. Why ain't taking care of the kid? I can't do this. I can't still sleep with you. I'm not taking care of the kid.
Majority of
But-
women, though. Majority of women are spiteful because the men left.
Facts.
Like,
Exactly.
That's not
And-
always the case, but I still, regardless, at the end of the day, we still also need to hold men accountable. You want rights, then go to the court and get the rights. A lot of fathers let that be circumstances as to why they can't step up and be a man to their child. So we
Why should a man have to go to the courts to fight for his own kids? Why should that like that makes sense to her? In her mind, she believes a man should fight to be a father. Why? Why shouldn't I just be a father? These are my kids. Why should I be told how many days I can see my own kids? Like, does that make sense to anybody? That doesn't make sense. So, I mean, if men have to fight, that's why some men don't want to fight. Like, if I have to go to courts to ask another man who didn't help me create these babies, to ask them to tell me what days I can see my own kids, like that doesn't make any sense. On top of spending money on lawyers, and most times the judge is still going to grant the mother, custody 99% of the time, and then put me on child support. Like, why? What? Like, oh my god.
also still need to hold
But
men
Jess,
accountable.
men are making videos like that.
That's a false premise in the sense where, like, you keep looking at it from a lot of fathers, but a lot more women have kids by one dude. It's not a lot of fathers.
Or
It's
multiple.
So
about
men
multiple
don't have
men.
multiple baby mamas. Like, come
men
on
have
now.
multiple
Like,
baby
what we
mamas,
need.
but it's not generally
What?
all men. All men don't have multiple baby mamas.
Yeah, not a lot of
And
women.
all women don't have
Got
multiple baby daddies.
mamas.
So what you saying?
What do you
Shit.
There's
mean?
more.
Huh?
There's more women though on.
No,
on
more women
the-
have
the
kids with
stamp.
the same dude.
Yeah.
There's a lot more women that have this
But-
kids with the same dude. There's
But all
mad
that-
women I know that have kids with the same dude. A whole bunch of
All-
women. Plus,
all that
men are
goes
making
back-
You
videos
take
like
this
that.
sample size right here. I don't know. The only person I probably know about is Anton, and Anton is married, but he has one kid. I don't have a kid. I don't know how many other guys within this video has a kid, but I can promise you, if there is one, there'd probably be one that has multiple women, and those multiple women are probably complaining about that one dude, and then putting that blanket on the rest of us.
Yeah, like Future.
We don't have kids like that.
Yeah, like Future. Like, women will complain about men like Future, but they forget that Future has like multiple different baby mamas. For example, Nick Cannon. Women will use the example of Nick Cannon. Oh, they're creating single moms, forgetting that it's one man, Nick Cannon, and 10 other women who don't mind making babies with him, even when they know they're going to be the 5th, the 10th, and sometimes the 20th baby mama. But because he has money, or because he has a gangster kind of persona like Future, they will complain about that. You know what I mean? So majority of men don't have kids. That's number one. Number two, the men who have kids, if they're not the bad boy persona or the rich guys, they usually have one kid, two kids with one woman, but that woman will move on to the next man and have babies with multiple men. Because remember, women are always approached by men, so they have more chances of reproducing. Unlike men, even if I have a baby with one woman, I need to take another woman to a date and convince her to have a baby by me, and do that. A man can't replicate that easy because we get rejected.
Exactly.
Most
And
men
that goes
don't
back to
have
choosing the
Right.
right
The
dude.
majority of men don't
Yeah.
have children. That's what he's saying. And
Exactly.
the majority of women are the ones that are collecting from the government. So
Mhm.
that's why
and also
he can get
and
to
also
this
just
point.
like I'll hit a point on you said men aren't going out there making videos like this. Like, we're gonna watch all these women go on government assistance and then now they're off of it. Let's see what happens. Like, we're not out saying all these things. And like a couple of points that a few people said, like Ransom, he was talking about the women that go out and get it. We're not talking about those because, like, my mom, she went out and got it. Like, as far as I can remember, I've never been on government assistance.
How did your mother go and get it?
She had to get multiple jobs. She went on and did what she had to do. Like,
For sure.
Wow.
For sure.
I thought
Where'd
you
your
said-
head go, Shampoo?
Your mo-
Where'd your
I
head
know
go?
Shampoo was the type of going for the tangent. I know. Oh, no, she had
Nah, for
multiple
sure.
jobs and she had to take care of the family. So, but the women that we're talking about is like, and I remember points where Anton would say, 9 times out of 10, you've met the guy that you're supposed to be with
Fact.
when you were growing up with him, next to him, but you didn't want that guy because he didn't show any potential. He wasn't really swagged out.
He was
He didn't
average.
really, he was somewhere else trying to hustle
So
and get
men
it on.
don't pass up women all the time.
No, I'm not saying
Men
that
don't
men
screw
do. A
over
lot
good
of
women all the time. Like,
Not
what are
all
you
the
saying?
No,
Because the same
no,
thing
we
can
ain't
No,
be
saying that. We
applied.
ain't saying that. We
No,
ain't
I'm not
saying
saying
that. We saying women, the women that's complaining, it ain't the hustling. Like, women that's hustling, they ain't making videos like that. The ones who getting on their own, they not complaining. They getting it how they getting it. It is what it is.
Exactly.
It's the ones that make the wrong decisions with the wrong guy, or they not trying to get it on their own. They want somebody to take care of them. And now they mad because the government is shutting all that down, and now they really got to put in that work. Because the women that
Exactly.
hustle really ain't coming out recording talking about my baby daddy this and that and the third. Nah.
Yeah, they don't
like,
got time
man,
for that.
I'm finna
Yeah,
do
they don't
this.
got
I
time.
got this head coming in. I got to braid somebody hair real quick, or I got to do this lashes. They
Right. And then
Got
what?
their own
Who
motion.
am I? Who am I to take care of the woman that don't want me no more? It didn't work out with him, but we have kids. But you're not my obligation. The
Yeah.
child is, or the children is the obligation. So now I got to take care of you. When all you did was give me a headache. We have a child, great, but you're not my responsibility. The child.
Why y'all don't go get full custody then? Because a lot of men don't want full custody of their kids. But
Yeah, that's because the judges award mothers full custody most of the time because the mothers want child support. I don't know what world Jess is living in, acting like as if this is not everyday struggles of men. Why should I have to fight to get full custody? Women don't want to give up full custody to the fathers because they wouldn't get child support. Duh, like that's a common sense. Come on, man.
they complain that a woman has to
Wait,
be
what?
on government
Come
assistance.
on, Jess.
Most
A
men
lot
can't
of
even
men
get
do
full
not
custody
fight
of their
for
We
full
kids.
can't.
custody. Men do
We
not
can't
want
get
full
full
custody of their kids. They
Men
don't.
Listen,
are not supposed to. Men are not supposed to have full custody. You're supposed to, you know what I'm saying, have joint
50-50.
custody.
right,
Women
it's
are
supposed to be a
supposed
team.
to have full custody of the kids.
But what I'm saying is that if
I
a
agree.
woman
Not
has to use
automatically
government
given full
services, she may not be in a position to have that. She may not be in a position to have that child or take care of that child.
But they never
So
wanna
my
let
thing
the
is,
kids
why
grow
don't
up.
a lot of men go get full custody of their children? Because they don't want full custody of their children.
No, because the women never want to let the kids go because they will not get child support. Like that's 1 + 1. I don't know how. Obviously, she's a feminist, so I know why she has that kind of position. It's not-
But then complain that the women are making sentiments and statements like this. It's kind of an oxymoron. I'm trying to wrap my brain around that.
It's a headache to even try to go through that process because I know
Right.
I
Then you don't want it
it'd
that
be-
bad then.
Why
All I
should
hear
I
is
fight
excuses.
It's expensive. It's a
It's
headache.
crazy
And if I'm
expensive.
not
It's
mistaken,
expensive.
most states automatically
not
give full
serious.
custody to the mom.
Yeah.
It's
If I'm not
expensive.
mistaken. So, yeah,
And not only that, the woman has to be like probably the worst.
right.
Worse.
The worst
Worst.
of the worst in order for them to
Yes.
finally say, all right, you know what? Fuck it. We can't hold on to this anymore. Like,
Right. It has to be in extreme cases, which it shouldn't even have to get to that. But I'm pretty sure a few of us on this panel know that there's a bunch of couples that have had children out there, and the woman damn sure knows that the child will be well off with the guy, but they know the court system is set up against the guy, so they're gonna give full custody to the woman, no matter what.
They want
It
child
happens
support.
most of the time.
And it's been
It's
like
set
that
up
for
against the guy.
years,
Y'all make the
decades.
rules though.
That's
Y'all
just-
make the rules.
I don't
Really?
think it
This
works
is a
that way.
patriarchal society. Y'all make
I don't
the
think
rules
it
and
works that
complain
way.
about it.
Damn,
It
just
goes down to the
Oh my
old
God.
fashioned. Nobody
Oh my
wants to
God.
hear the old fashioned. Don't give him no ass.
just
Don't
We
give
hold
it
the
to
key
him.
to that.
Yeah,
We
just don't
that's
give
the
it
one
to
power
him.
we have is in between
Yeah,
our
it's the
legs.
only power. You give that up. You have no other power. No
But
other
it's the
power.
greatest power on earth, isn't it?
You're
Right?
damn
But we're
right.
messy with it. We're
And it
messy
tastes
with it,
good
and that's
too.
the problem.
I think the
And
argument though that I think that what Jess is saying is like you arguing about like men that have to fight with their hands tied to their back because the women are given full custody automatically. If the women have to fight, they wouldn't fight also because it was exactly what my man said. It costs too much. It's against them. So that argument doesn't make any sense. Why don't? Because your baby mama got to be a crackhead. Like she got to be like trying to actively kill the kid for most guys to be like, all right, you know what? I'm not about to leave my kid over there. But most relationships are not like that. And then everything is majority of the United States government is what? Men paying into shit. Excuse me. But so it's just like your argument about men not fighting is
it's dumb. Like men shouldn't have to fight to see their kids. Like that is one of the dumbest things some women say. Oh, you should go to the courts and fight for custody. Why should I have to fight for my own kids? Instead of using that money to pay lawyers, I could instead, maybe, just maybe, let's pretend we're all dumb, right? Just maybe, instead of having your man, the father of the kids, go to the courts and pay money to the lawyers to fight to sue his kids, maybe you could use that money to care for the kids. Do women ever think about that? That maybe the 10,000, sometimes 15, sometimes even more thousands of dollars the man is going to waste on lawyers to try to see his kids, he could use that to spend on the kids.
and are handicapped. It's not a fair fight that you're arguing about.
So you're gonna let that stop you from getting your kid being what you was in best
I can
interest
make
of
another
kids?
kid.
Because to me, it sounds like excuses.
When they say
Y'all
fuck
making
the kids.
excuses. You don't
Why
want
you
you don't
saying
want the kid that
excuses?
bad.
I'm not gonna fight you to see my seed though. That doesn't
Exactly.
make any
It's-
sense. I think
How you sound, bro? How you sound?
Why does it have to? Why does it have to get to that?
why do I
That's
have
the
to
crazy
fight you to
part.
see
Sound.
my seed?
Exactly. It doesn't make
Because
sense.
that's your seed. Like
my
what?
I don't have to fight you to
Hell
see
yeah.
my seed. What are you
Exactly.
talking
the
about?
kid
Why you
came
holding
from
my
me.
seed hostage?
That's so
I'm gonna
stupid.
fight you to see my own child that came from me.
Yeah,
That's
that's
insane.
That's kind of
pretty
crazy.
insane. Yeah, that's crazy.
You spend money on
Well,
her.
you should
to
have chose better.
Wait, but you spend money on her to have sex with her. So if you got a kid, why you don't fight to see your kid?
Because I would rather use that money that I have to pay the lawyers to spend on my own kids rather than pay lawyers who don't even really give a fuck about my kids, right? I would rather use that money to actually spend on my own kids, but to have to fight the baby mama in the courts of law who also don't really care about my kids, pay them money, and then at the end of the day, I'm probably going to lose custody to the woman, right? And then still pay child support. Like that's dumb. I'd rather, okay, get your full custody. I'll pay the child support. I'll go make other kids. Like seriously, this is dumb.
You fought for that ass, didn't you?
Why should a man have to pay thousands and thousands of his hard-earned money, and
Exactly.
the odds are completely stacked against him to see
Exactly.
his own
Right.
kid? From my experience,
Yeah, but the answer to that is not to not see your kid. You got to do that.
But he doesn't
But
have to
it's
fight.
like what Teo said. Like I'm not. We're,
the woman who's in her feelings and her emotions, you
But-
got to pay your hard-earned money to see your kid, thousands
The
of dollars.
argument,
This woman is
But what
smart.
he's
Fact.
not see your kid.
Shampoo, the argument would make sense if she never relied on the government to take care of that kid. If you said as a woman, oh, since he doesn't want to see the kid, you take the kid, right? Go to London or somewhere. Go start a whole new life. Don't depend on nothing. Then you can make that argument. But if you're actively trying to have the government support, trying to have him pay, it doesn't make, why wouldn't you want him to see his kid?
Yeah, but that could all be true, but it doesn't negate the fact that that's your kid. You know what I'm saying? You stuck. You gotta keep fighting.
I'm not stuck.
You right.
No, I'm not fighting shit. I'll go make other babies. Like seriously, no man should have to fight to see his own kids. Right? No man, I swear to God, no man should have to pay thousands and thousands of dollars to a lawyer to go see the kids. When you know 99% of the chance is the judge is still gonna award the mother full custody. He's gonna give you a day or two to see your own kids. Like when you are making babies, they were not there. The lawyer wasn't there. The court system wasn't there when you both of you were making the baby. And now you want me to ask them to let me see my own kid when they were not there when I was clapping them cheeks to make the babies? No, fuck no.
I'm not stuck. I think that's the mindset that a lot of the old people have, that you
Facts.
stuck. I'm not stuck. If you don't let me see my kid, that's fine.
Yeah,
my
go.
superpowers, I can go make another family.
Exactly.
Like that.
Crazy.
Facts.
Nah, it's true.
Yeah.
That's how some people look at
I mean,
it. It's
hey.
not wrong.
Those are facts.
It's not
He's-
wrong.
Facts.
He's not wrong.
That's what's happening.
You're not hurting
Well-
the kid. You hurting the kid.
It's
Right,
not
you're
so
the
much
kid.
the same.
And then you'll be calling back if that kid becomes famous. You'll be like, oh,
I'm
God.
not calling back.
Nah, we ain't calling shit. If he's famous, he's famous. He has part of my DNA. If he's because most kids actually, when most kids grow up, they finally realize their mother wasn't shit. Their mama ain't shit. They will know that the mother was the reason who separated them from the dad. They're the reason why they couldn't see their dad. And kids who are smart finally find out the answers. Oh, so it was my mama, because my mama was saying all this crazy shit about my dad, but actually my dad is a good dad. Most kids will finally look for their dad. The dad can always tell them the truth. Hey, listen, these are the papers, these are the documents. Your mama was trying to fight me. Son, you're gonna be a dad too one day. This is what a woman will put you through. So I ain't fighting for shit.
No nigga that's ever crawled back.
Man.
But
pretty
it's true.
honest.
But it's like what Taylor
Shampoo,
said.
what is the likelihood? What's the probability that the kid's gonna make the NBA?
Listen, he's gonna be a loser just like his father. But the bottom line is you have an obligation to try to see your kid. You lay down with that woman and you got her pregnant. You can't.
I'm not arguing that you don't have an obligation.
I know what
I'm
you're
arguing that she doesn't have a right to hide or hold my kid hostage.
Facts.
I'm not fighting nobody for my kid.
Facts.
That's
Right.
true.
That's what he's
Or pay
saying
all that
because
money.
we're
You
cut
do
at the
realize
knees.
the people that the girls actually fight for and want to be with are the niggas that don't give a fuck at
Facts.
all.
The problem is when you want to see your kid and you in a relationship like you talking about, and she tries to hold them hostage. The problem is we try to say, please let me see my kid. Why you doing this? My mother always said, act like you don't want to see the kids, and then they'll they'll
That's crazy.
It's not even about acting though.
No, I'm trying to tell you that's
Reverse psychology.
Reverse psychology.
I mean,
You gotta
I don't
use
think
that.
Yeah, I shouldn't have to play psychological games and mind tricks and shit like that to see my own kids. Or because she doesn't want me to see my kids, let me pretend like as if I don't want to see my kids so she can give me my kids. No, bitch, you either give me my kids or you don't. You don't want to give me my kids? Shit, all right, I'll make my new kids. Once those kids grow up, they will know that their mother once wasn't shit. You know, it is what it is. I don't give a shit. Like, my fathers, please do not fight to see your own kids, because 99% chance you're gonna lose, and then you've spent thousands of dollars in court, and even then you still have to pay child support. It's better off you save the money that you are gonna use to pay a lawyer, because eventually you're still gonna pay child support with that money. Because if she wants you to go to court, chances are she wants child support. So save the money because you're gonna need it for child support. That's what I would say. But anyway, what do you guys think? Let me see. Brandon says, and if she still want to keep messing with the baby daddy while she don't want to be with him. Oh no, she doesn't want to mess with the baby daddy, but she wants the money. It's about the money. Like that's what I was saying. Like if a baby mama doesn't want the father to see the kids, most times it's because she wants child support. If not, it's because the baby daddy moved on with a new woman, and she's using the kids as bait, as manipulation, as like a tactic to hurt his feelings, because they know fathers actually really care about their kids. Then Brandon says, some fathers want to be back in the kids and mom's life, but the mom love being single. So when they say the American don't want to be with his child, with that woman, that's all right. Brandon, I didn't quite understand what you're saying, but our calm night was right. The only time the biological father would get full custody is if the mother signs over her rights, or she has proven to be unfit and living in an unstable environment. Even then, she has to be in a she has to be like a junkie. You need to provide all types of receipts to